All right, can you believe it? Day number seven. You guys been in a week into this. You've learned how to identify better the oligodendrocytes, right? The myelin or maline. We've also learned how to streamline or focus in on the dopamine. Now we've been able to set up habits. We've been able to set up processes and procedures. We now have been able to set up a way and a formula that works the best for you to become the best version of yourself. Now, there are different levels to where we're about to go through. So now we're going to look at this reflection part. What we want to do is start off with, of course, sharing what you have learned, sharing the habits that you're developing. Obviously, we definitely want to hear the hype music. We definitely want to hear the focus music. We want to share that because your journey and your success could pioneer and springboard somebody else in helping them become successful and helping them become great and helping them become positive. So what we want to do is this. We want to be able to take all of what we have learned over the last 7 days and reflect. The first way that we're going to reflect on this, right, is we can go through our journals. Best way to do this is go through the journals. We've been writing down the daily habits, the daily affirmations to ourselves. Reflect on the journals and see how our mindset has shifted. See how we've changed. That's huge and critical and crucial in this. So journal. That's why journaling is such a big part of this. The second thing is look at how the music has affected us as we gear up and get ready to get into those 30-minute blocks. Those simple 30-minute blocks every single day. How does the music move us into action and into motion? That's all another way we can reflect on this. Thirdly, we can ask those around us, specifically our children or our spouses, our friends or people that are close to us. We can ask them, hey, have you seen a change in me? Have you seen a difference in who I am? Have you seen a difference in my appearance? They will undoubtedly say, oh yeah, we have seen what's going on. Like, what are you doing? And that's going to open up and cause you to open your voice and open your expression of, man, I'm working on myself. I remember going to a conference and I was on stage and I was presenting on stage in front of 200 companies that are anywhere between idea to startup to, 10 million in revenue. And I had gotten to know a lot of them over the years. And a few of them had come up to me and asked and said, hey, something different. What's going on? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, I don't know. Your aura, your presence, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, your confidence, it's all changed. Like, what's going on? Are you good? Like, how are things going? And a few of them knew kind of my circumstances and they knew what I was going through. And I just told them, I said, look, I made a decision that I was no longer going to allow myself to play this victim mentality. Victimhood is the best form of negativehood. Now, that's not a word. I totally understand. Negativehood is just where you want to reside and live with victim, right? Misery always loves company. So I made this decision and said, no longer am I going to sit in this space of negative, small little steps, line upon line, precept upon precept, here little, there little, right? As the scriptures teach us, or more time in the sun, more time allowing myself to feel those rays from the vitamin D from that sun, or more time out in nature, more time being able to ground myself, more time to be able to focus, or more meditation, being able to be focused and intentional with all of this. All of this is super intentional because if you're not doing it intentionally, then what you're just doing it to go through the motions. Emotions are what got us into this position in the first place. All right, we'll talk more about that later, right? But just going through the motions, checking off a box, got us to where we are today. Positive. Nope. Pause that. What got us where we are today is the change we made 1 day ago. What got us at that starting point was the motions that we wanted to just go through. We had given up on life. Whether we didn't admit it to ourselves or whether we didn't believe it, we had basically given up on life, given up on who we are. We had just come to the realization and said, this is me. This is what I'm going to be. This is my life from now until whenever I die or until I make a change. Sometimes those changes we don't see until others ask us the question, what's going on? What changed in your life? Brings me to a phenomenal story. Story is this. My children have heard this multiple times. Every day, the two farmers would come and sit in their chair and rock back and forth as they drank their tall glass of tea. Sweat would drip down the side from the ice that was melting. Both of them laughing and being joyful. The owner of the field, as he was continuing to go and talk about next year in the harvest, the other farmer said to the owner, listen, I've been sitting up here, we've been talking for weeks now, and I've noticed your dog just sits there and it makes this subtle noise. It's just this little moan. Every now and then he'll just moan, and then he'll move his body and then moan, and then he'll move his body again. And that he doesn't stop until we get off this porch and we're done drinking our cold iced tea and done talking for the day. Like, what is wrong with the dog? And the owner of the dog says, oh, he's just laying on a rusty nail. The other farmer says, why doesn't the dog just move? And the owner of the dog says, because the pain of the nail doesn't bother him enough to move. The pain of what we had been going through up until 7 days ago did not bother us nearly enough to make the change. Somewhere, somehow you made this change. Somewhere, somehow you made a dedication and a declaration that says no more rusty nails. No more. I will not allow the nail to penetrate and pierce me anymore. I'm a grown man. It is time to pull up my bootstraps. It's time to pull up my belt, tighten it up a little more, and it's time to get after it. That is what now we are going to reflect on. Day number 7 is the reflection day. You will spend this time, 30 minutes, reflecting, looking at the good, looking at the bad, looking at the growth, looking at everything that you see and writing it down and putting it in thought to pen, pen to paper. Because what you're going to do with this, and once you've written it all down, is that reflection now becomes your history, your life for the last 7 days, because you've now built this new you. You've been able to now come to this newness, like a caterpillar that goes in the cocoon and unleashes this beautiful butterfly. I'm saying you're a butterfly. What I am saying is you have this new aura and presence about you, this new fixture of, man, I am now know how to focus. I know how to elevate. I know how to use the time wisely, that I have purposeful, and I mean absolutely zero conditions of justifying not doing the time. I have purposely told those around me, I'm going in for 30 minutes. Do not bother me. You've told loved ones and friends. Your children can see it now. You can see it in their faces. So the last part of this is to ask your children, what have you seen? Have you seen a change in Dad? Have you seen me grow? Have you seen me sprout into something new? What changes have you noticed over the last 7 days? And you will be shocked at what they say. Sometimes they'll go, nothing really. You smile more. You seem to laugh a little bit more. Illuminating words that they use, depending on the degree of how old they are. Might just be a simple, I've seen changes. Keep it up. Because you deserve it. More importantly, they deserve it. More importantly, generational change deserves you changing for you, changing for your mindset and your body and your passion. Guys, this is where you need to be. This is where you should be. This is where your life will change forever because of the foundational pieces, the habits, the system, the 30 for 30. It is non-negotiable. You've made that clear. They understand. The next 23 days is going to elevate you. You will become unrecognizable. Keep crushing it. Keep growing. Keep being inspired. More importantly, I love you, boys.